Don't mind the fan in the background. It's the heater for the vegetables down in the basement. Anyway, I got a message today in the mail from the child support department saying that I got to come with $916 or something like that on December 29th. Today is the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. First of all, I don't play the money game anymore. I don't really believe in money. I know there's a such thing as money, but I don't believe that paper holds any value, and I'm right. So therefore, I will not act like sending some money to some people that I never see that are going to make sure that my kids get it makes any sense at all, and I won't do it. On top of that, both of the kids that Jen still has on custody, both have jobs of their own, and both don't need any of my money, or don't need money from me. Jen, I've been reaching out to for years, trying to say, hey, come over for a picnic, at least a year or two. But 2 Christmases ago, we had the first thing where I was just trying to invite her over, and she walked away. Then I tried to invite her over on the 4th of July, and she flipped out and made me yell because she wouldn't listen. They make it seem like I'm this big bad guy, but I yell when somebody doesn't listen to me and gets in their car and goes drive away, and I'm like, are you kidding me? What the hell? That's when I get to the point, like, I can't make any steps when the only chance I get to talk to one of you guys is every 6 to 8 months to a year. And as soon as I ask you a question, you walk away, and I'm like, hey, I just want to talk to you. Hey. And you go and get in your car, I'm like, damn it, listen to me. What else would somebody do when this has to do with their children? Like, I'm done trying to even verify why I've done the things I've done. If they were in my shoes, they would have done a lot more. They probably would have committed suicide, having the children that they love be held away from them, and no matter what they did, they can't see them. See, they're not understanding, and they won't see it from my point of view because they're not living my daily in and out life without a family at all. They're not living that way. They keep saying, Brittany used to have this one saying that I grew up without a dad. No, she didn't. She grew up without her blood father. She had a stepdad her whole fucking life. Okay? Like, I may seem mad about this, but I'm not. This is just me talking and Dan. So, and I do care about this stuff. It's my kids. It's my personal life kids. Of course I care. Of course I love the people that I know. I love the world. I love the idea of living this. I love God. And I know what it means. So therefore, I'm not against anybody. I'm just done dealing with the stupid things that people are doing that make no sense when they think they do. When you're going to call some other stranger to come in and say, okay, this guy's going to pay this much money, and if you guys, we agree to this, we're going to let him see him once every 2 weeks. Okay, well, that's what we'll do. And I have no say in that. I say I want to see him every day. I want to see my kids every day. And sorry, Mr. Alexander, that's not what we're going to give you. We're going to give you 1 day every 2 weeks. Okay, and then on top of that, I paid child support for 15 years now. Never stopped. I got behind a couple times because I got injured. Not because I just didn't pay it, because I got injured. And they still threatened to put me in jail over that because I was injured. I had ruptured discs and bulging discs. I had to reconstruct my own back myself. You know what I mean? And I did that to go back to work to pay child support. $1,000 a month. Oh boy, So then all those years, I never stopped paying child support until this year when the person who took Jazzy and Leo, Brittany, and took them for once every 2 weeks, just started doing stuff where, while I'm paying my support, she says, oh, we have plans. And I say, okay, well, if you have plans, why don't you bring them Saturday instead of Sunday? And it's summertime, how about tomorrow instead of today? Bring them on Monday. She's like, no, I'll bring them on their scheduled day. And I'm like, but you just skipped one. And I can't call anybody and say, hey, I'm going to tattle because my ex didn't bring the kids on the 1 day that I'm allotted, which is ridiculous in the first fucking place. But listen, I need somebody to make sure that she's going to bring them. You know what I mean? And I have to play this little kid game where I'm supposed to be a little child who calls into the support office and says, hey, custody people, domestic relations, my ex didn't hold up to her 1 day of every 2 weeks that she's supposed to bring the kids out because she said she got a surgery and she can't drive, although she never drives the kids. Here's the point. Last week, this Sunday, she said that she had a surgery and she's not allowed to drive. She hasn't driven the kids out here since there was snow, or since the last time in the spring when the snow had just melted. She came once in the summertime because her friend was driving and she had her friend's car. Like, she never drives. So what kind of fucking stupid excuse is that? Oh, I'm not permitted to drive, so I can't bring the kids out until further notice. And I'm like, your mom always brings them. In fact, we can come get them. And there's no answer. And if she doesn't answer back, I'm just supposed to say, oh, I'm the father of those children. And they don't know that I'm trying to still see them. They just think, oh, dad's just this guy that I see when I see him. No big deal. And I'm like, I'm your fucking dad, and I want to be part of your life. Every time I see him, I'm held back to this guy going like, hi, guys. So what do you want to do? I just want to be there. I want to be part of their life again. I don't know how to work my way back in if no one even cares. Not one of the kids, not one of the parents. I care. My own parents say they do, but they don't care. They say, well, what do you want us to do? I say, call them, text them, say stuff on my behalf, say stuff on the kids' behalf, say stuff that makes fucking sense. Don't say the government said this, so that's what we've got to do. Quit being pussies, everybody. Quit being chicken shits. That's what we've got to do. I'm trying to do that without losing my mind and getting myself killed or hurt in the meantime, because I don't want to hurt or harm anybody, and I won't. But I'm going to get myself hurt by letting my heart show and saying this is bullshit. Maybe smashing some things to get some people's attention because no one listens to the nice guy. And I am the walking, talking ball of love. Love can get fierce, and people don't want to see that. So I don't want to be that. I want to be the guy who shows people that we can make this all happen without having to get rude and mean to each other. Because I don't think anything rude and mean about them. I just know that they're doing dumb things. That's not rude and mean. That's true. They're holding down their own children from a relationship with their father. That's fucking stupid. And it's true. And they're doing it. And they all know it. And they're all aware of it. And they don't care otherwise. If I'm a great guy, they don't care. If I'm a good influence for their children to grow up with a better future, they don't care. That's the issue. And if nobody addresses that, I'm not going to act like them wanting some fucking money makes some goddamn sense. Now, if anyone doesn't make sense out of that, fuck you because you're stupid. I love you, but I can't just act like I'm not making sense because I'm the only fucking person making sense in this situation. And I'm done seeing my kids being treated like nothing by anyone else but me. And they don't see that because everyone else but me is who they're seeing. And they have a world around them that doesn't give a shit. They have parents around them that don't give a shit. And they have a bunch of people who are confused and don't know what to do. I do know what to do. But it means stand up for yourself. Including against the people that are trying to help you get your way. Because they're just on your side so that you aren't a problem. And you're still a problem. You're just under their management pretty well. And they don't care. If you get out of line, you go in jail too. You know, if somebody was dating a cop and say something happened and you learned some evidence that you weren't supposed to know about, they'd find a way to put you down or take you in. I'm not going to get in those situations, but I'm saying people trust the wrong people. People don't listen to the right things, and people don't care about what matters. That's the fact. And I want my kids, and I'm not going to pay this stupid child support. They could put me in a jail cell, and they'll never get $1 from me. Literally, you could stand there and say, work, slave, and try to whip me. And I'd say, just kill me, dude. I am not going to work for you. You don't deserve any of my effort. The only thing I would do for you is save your soul. And all you'd have to do is grow up and stop listening to fucking masters. That's what people have to do. That's what people need to hear. Tough love. Because people have to start caring, and they gotta show that they care. They gotta show that they give a shit to prove that they do. Or if they do. I don't care about proof. I don't care about words. I want people to start showing some action. Seriously. Is there anyone out there who really gives a shit? If you do, stand up and say I.